There you go.
Hey, there we go. All right, so we should be going live right now. Bum, bum. What's up, everybody? Yeah, there we go. We're on. What's up, everybody? DJ A-roc here on a live stream right now. We're going to be talking to some more DJs from the cruise ship. Now, a lot of people tuned in last episode when we talked to some of the pro DJs on board the Carnival cruise ships. DJ from Princess, Crystal Cruise, and Royal Caribbean. So today we got three DJs here, all work as host DJs on board Carnival Cruise Line for almost a year, or not longer, 2 years. And a lot of people don't realize what is involved with hosting on the ship, let alone what's involved with DJing and host on the ship. So we're gonna get it started off. So who you want to start? Who's gonna go first on here? Grant, you want to go first?
Yeah,
Introduce
let me
yourself.
go
Tell us
first.
something about you.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? My name's Grant Jones. I'm from Bloomington, Illinois, home of State Farm, and I'm a host DJ. I've been doing it. I'm new to the game. Y'all like the OGs right here. I'm just new. I started off as a wedding DJ, but my mentor Billy Q and DJ DXP, they took me under their wings, and I've been learning. So instead of just pressing the play button, I know how to mix and beat match and all that stuff now. So Carnival changed my life, man. I'm just grateful to be here. So.
All right, now who else we got in here? Who else we got in the call?
Me, all right.
Brandon, get in there. Come on,
I
get in
am
there.
the amazing DJ B-owtt. Only been working with Carnival Cruise. I have done only one contract for an amazing 6 months, but I definitely enjoyed it. I've been a DJ for about 13 years now. I signed on after being an amazing club DJ and bartender at the same time. Ready for life back on ships. I definitely love my job there. Definitely shout out to Q and Nestor P. Those were my mentors, and the person who definitely is either right there on my screen, right there. But DJ A-roc is definitely the key guy that got me locked into Carnival. So definitely blessings to you. But yeah, I'll be out all the way from North Carolina, Princeville, North Carolina, 252. It is what it is. Yeah.
North Carolina. All right. Well,
all right.
I'm DJ Mos Precious. Was I supposed to go?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I'm making sure. This is really weird right now. But I'm DJ Mos Precious. My second year with Carnival Cruise Lines. Before that, I was DJing on the road for artists, throwing events, fundraising, managing artists, and writing. And I miss my job. I miss Carnival. I mean, like a lot of us do. Looking forward. It's going on what is it going to be? My 4th contract when we return. So I'm not turning down. I'm turning back.
Right. So, we talked about on the last episode, people always come up to us on the ship, DJing or hosting, and say, how do you get this job? How do you get this job? And, and like Brandon said, me and him met on a contract. I was actually working. He was cruising as a guest, and I'm a stand-up guy. And he was like, man, I want to work. I want to DJ. Talk to me about it. And like, man, I'm DJing right now. We talk after the club. And he was like, all right, whatever, you're going to put me off. And guess what? We set up at the pizzeria at like 3 o'clock in the morning and talked for an hour about getting on the ship. And I basically ran down to him what he needed to have to get on the ship. And, this man, 2 months later, he's like, all right, I'm submitting my information. 3 months later, I get a call like, do you know this guy? I'm like, yeah, man, he's ready to work. And then almost 5 months later, he on the ship. So, Brandon, talk about the steps that you went through, to get to that point, that not just filling the application, but what was some of the steps you took to work on a ship? Because a lot of stuff is pretty streamlined across all the fleets, what the requirements were. So what was some of the steps you ran into?
So we just start from the beginning. Basically, I just listened to what you told me to do. Go to carnivalentertainment.com. I think I went to the first thing that I seen about a DJ. I didn't think that I could just apply straight for a pro DJ, so I applied for a host DJ. I went through that, sent all my my audition in, which I did my audition with one of my camera guys here, and that got sent in. Next thing I knew, I had an email coming in, which was a interview that was live, just like this. And they interviewed me. That first interview was just like a little questionnaire, you know. It asked me, could I tell some jokes, and could I be like, you know, how could I talk to people and stuff like that. If I'm, you know, if I'm really a good person just to work for Carnival. That's basically what it is. My second one was I had a face-to-face interview with someone, and he loved me. And I think like right after that, they sent me through the whole medical process. Now this medical process was a little crazy because at the time, I didn't know you had to be a certain size to work on a ship. So had to, you know, I had to lose a little bit of weight, but you know, that whole medical thing, it wasn't bad. They did, you know, basically a physical, some other C1 stuff that we had to encounter, but that was kind of regular as well. I forgot what the little thing that did when they put all the patches on my chest and stuff like that.
The EKG.
Yeah,
the EKG.
yeah, the EKG. Yes, I had to. I had to go get X-rays. I had to do dental work. All basically just to make sure you're in good health. Because when you're working on a ship, literally you're working every day. You don't get days off. You get time off. And I mean, if you're like me just a little bit, I got one special day where I got off, and that's because I won Team Member of the Month. And
ooh, look, we're gonna come back to that one. I ain't know that one. Look at
yeah, you know, you get that one free day, one day for 24 hours off. So yes, I was lucky to get that one day off out of my whole 6 months. But just the rest of that process, they made me do a fitness capacity test because yes, I did meet BMI at first. I was still a little pound short of that, and so they made me go do a whole test. This test lasted a very long time. And they made me do a lot of stuff, which I thought I was training to go to the military at first. We climbed steps for a very long time. And if anybody knows me, I'm a very exciting person. So like, I'm in there joking the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, y'all, like, I can do this. Like, y'all
Right.
don't have to test me. I can really do this. Like,
well, you know what people don't like. We talking about the fitness. You know, the thing you don't realize, like, you're on board and you're physically moving. Your body is moving all day. It ain't just like walking. And, you know, it's always, you know, what's the joke? If you're drunk, you're watching straight. If you're sober, you're walking crooked. Because the ship is constantly moving. It may not be swaying, you know, all day, but the ship is constantly moving, and it does takes a toll on your body. And that's what they want to make sure. A lot of people like, you know, why you guys got to go through all this? I mean, you got to be in good condition. You don't got to be like, you know, superstar fitness model, but I mean, you got to be able to I mean, be ready. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of work. I think Kirby is trying to jump in. DJ Q, I think he's trying to get in the car. Look, that's your boy. Look, it's Q. Look. Q, are you there? Look, where's he at? There we go. Hey, look at that.
yo,
What up?
All right, so look, we're gonna back paddle because somebody's late. All right, so we're gonna give Q his introduction. Q, tell us who you are, where you at, you know, because the thing is, a lot of people don't realize, you know, this is a worldwide company, worldwide job, and this right here, we got people on the call from everywhere. So Q, where you at right now?
It's your boy DJ Q all the way from St. Lucia in the house right now. Shout out to all my DJs on here. I'm sorry for being late. My Wi-Fi is kind of crappy, but you know, it is what it is.
All right, so we got Q. Give us your background real quick. We talking about just, you know, how everybody got started on the ship, you know, as a host DJ and moving up, you know. So give us a background about you and how you got involved with the host DJ position and what was you doing before?
All right, so basically, I worked as a host at a 5-star hotel before, basically cruise ship life. Always wanted to do it, but you know, the first thing which hit me was like, yo, is the ship gonna sink? Is it like, I had a little fear before heading on ship, so I was just I want to make sure this is legit before I head on, right? I got in touch with Rob Adigel. He helped me out for the process. And he put me up on. He was like, "Yo, you're gonna love this. You could do this." And I was just like, you know what? Let's give this a shot. It is what it is. Got on cruises as a host DJ. It was rather interesting, very interesting. Um, but I enjoyed just from the background of the hotel and everything. It was just the same job. It was the same job to me. But I wanted to be DJing, so I just put in the work, the effort, the time, and got to pro. Shout out to my boy B-owtt. I see you, boy. I see I see.
All right, so look, Rob has come up a lot from traveling DJs, and I am trying to get Rob on one of these calls here in the coming weeks. I already reached out to him, so we're gonna get Rob on here from traveling DJs. Once we get his schedule figured out with what we're doing, Rob is definitely gonna be in the house. So, all right, so Grant, to you, what was you doing before, and how did you get hooked up on this, and why? Why did you want to do this?
Yeah, for sure, man. For me, I grew up just emceeing for 5 years prior to Carnival. I was doing stand-up comedy actually, so I was in the game doing impressions. Chris Rock, Bill Cosby, all the people you want to do. But it's one of those things where I never really experienced DJing at the time. I was doing wedding.
Hold up. What was that impression? Go back to the impression.
Which one you want? You want Bill or you want Chris? Which one?
Bill, let me get
what
both.
Bill Cosby, what the you want to get on Carnival cruise ships? What are you talking about? Bro, nah. But I was doing stand-up comedy for about 5 years. 9 to 5 as a store manager. I was like, man, I'm just tired. I just need to do something that I love doing every single day. Then after that, I actually got a call from Royal Caribbean. So turns out I was on the enemy company line first, but they were tripping. They didn't call me back after that first interview. Then I didn't even apply for Carnival. Carnival found me, and then they were like, bro, we'll pay you twice. Let's go. Carnival's more fun. So I was like, bet. You have to tell me twice. So it was fun. But yeah, I grew up just emceeing a lot. I work with Mic Drop Entertainment. We work with NBA hosts, premier DJs all over across San Antonio Spurs, the Timberwolves, stuff like that. So
wow, all right.
For the most part, man, Carnival was very interesting. I also won Team Member of the Month, Black Magic. Let's go. I see you, bro.
Yeah. There you go. All right, so Mos Precious, I think you know a lot about this position. Tell us as a host DJ, what is all in the host DJ? Because Mos Precious was on our last episode. So tell us what's all involved in a host DJ.
Well, first, when I got on it, I didn't know anything what I would be doing. I didn't ask the right questions, which if anybody's watching this and want to be on a host DJ on a ship, ask every possible question, do research. Even research won't protect you when you get on the ship because every ship is different. So yep. I got on there. I went through the whole vessel fam and went right to work. Like, you don't get to go there and get settled like normal jobs. You go in there, you put your stuff in your cabin, and your team has a meeting. So you got safety briefing. So you have to figure out where to go to get to your muster station. And it being your first one, you don't know nothing of where the ship is. So you wondering, asking questions. Everybody know you knew. So they ready to help you. I was nervous as ever when I joined Pride out of Baltimore, that was my first ship, and it was cold as hell. It was the winter season, so September. It was becoming cold. I got on there. I was like looking. It was like foreign language to me because like, what am I doing? Why am I here? I want to go home because I was not away from family like that. And then here I am going to go on this ship for about 5 months. It was my first ship, my first contract, and did the sell away party. I was working with Dr. E, who was a very, very common and popular CD in the fleet. Definitely a great CD to have for my first time. I wasn't as nervous when we got into the gist of it. Sell away party, learning them line dances. I ain't never line danced that much in my life. But you just went along to fit along. Who was my pro? I don't even remember. Oh, my pro was Moon Channel, DJ Moon Channel. And technically, when I go on the ship, I know I'm a host DJ. I technically check in with the team and then go talk straight to the pro DJ because that's who I'm going to be working with mostly when I'm not hosting activities. Get ready. Some CDs make your schedule kind of hard, and they don't give you gaps to get ready for the nightclub. They have you go from one event to the next event to the next event, and you're rushing to get to the club, so you don't have time to get your mind right, what you're gonna play. But some understand, and they take you off of that welcome aboard bingo night, and then you get to go straight into the nightclub to set it up for the DJ, and then also knowing. Like the ladies' night was my baby because I'm a lady and it's not a lot of female host DJs. So I always like taking the ladies' night and turning it into my night, technically, because it was me. And then you just set up you get everything warm for the pro to come in and voila, it's going down. Champagne until 11:30. And that's really what it is. Just basically being able to adapt to every situation because you are directly in contact with guests, way more than pro DJs. So you might get the comment a lot that hey, you're better than the pro DJ. So, or not better, but we only come see you or things like that. But knowing that you're a team, you just have to specialize. Like, hey, we play different styles. Never try to be bigger than the other. It's a team effort. So that's basically what I've learned and what a day-to-day is like. It's like you never really got a chance to set and place yourself. Your mind is going a million places at once.
Right. So, for me, I was hired in as a pro DJ. This is before the host DJ position was coming along, but I was, working with the office when they was looking at rolling out the host DJ, as some of the other pro DJs were, because we did have a lot of hours on board and they kept adding more events and they needed, the pro DJ can only be one place at a time, so it was different events going on. But, what I like about the host DJ position is the fact that you get to interact more with the guests than I do. I mean, I have my sets during the daytime. I got my, trivia parties, and then I have the nightclub. But you all would do the bingo hosting, special activities. What are some of the activities, Kirby, that you like the most outside of the DJ position when you was host DJ?
Oh,
He's smiling down there.
Speak Out was the best activity ever. Like I would see people try to do it and I would just
now wait, hold up. Now I'm gonna tell you, we got a lot of people that never been on a cruise ship before. So you gotta explain these activities.
Ooh.
You don't have to give heavy, details, but if you start talking about hairy chest and Speak Out and Gender Showdown, you got to get a breakdown about what these activities are. But for non-cruisers, I'll see, can I find some videos while you talk and see, can I find hairy chest?
All right. So my first time ever, this was probably the first time I did. They were like, hey, I've never played Speak Out. I'm like, what's that? Are we like telling secrets or something? Or like, nah, it's a game where you have this device and you place it into your mouth and we give you cards to read. And I'm like, that's easy. Like anybody could do that, until I saw the event. And I was just like, okay, all right. Like who invented this game and why are we even, it was just so crazy. It was something where I was just like I had to give a demonstration to the guests. Like I'm reading the instructions, right? And I'm like, okay, so you have to put this device into your mouth and then you try to read the card. If they get it correct, you move on to the next one. If not, you have a timer which goes for 60 seconds and you try to get more than the red team or the blue team, right? So they were like, okay, we understand, but can you demonstrate? I'm like, yeah, sure, I could do it. They gave me the cards. It doesn't, nothing matches on the cards. Like nothing, it's, don't look for a statement which is gonna add up, like stuff like elephants like cheese or something. You would get something that just doesn't match at all. And I got the device in my mouth and I'm trying to say elephants like cheese, bruh. I swear to God, I drooled on my first activity, making an impression for an entire week, and I drooled. And people were just like, I don't think we want to play this. Like,
The game definitely involves a lot of spit.
but it was rather crazy. Like, that was probably one of the best, my first activity and the best one ever. Like, I would be like, yo, speak out, let me do it. I would swap activities with my teammates just to do it because I know it gets hella funny for me. Like, that's just my A activity right there.
All right, so Brandon, so give us your perception. You cruised as a guest before. You know, we met when you was on board as a guest. So from a guest to a team member, you know, how was that transition? Like, I'm reading a chat group like right now on Facebook. You know, Paul's talking about debark and everything else. We won't get into debark till later. look, Brandon, like debark, right?
You know what?
Right.
Right now, I'm ready for whatever. To be honest with you.
I'm still sleepy on D-Bar, you know, because I'm closing the club up. So look, so tell us, you know, what was the transition from you coming from a guest to a employee of, you know, of something that you went from vacation, you know, how was that transition? You know, what was the plus size of it besides the free pizza, right? That you got as a guest, and and if you guys have not, go look at his Instagram because 90% of his pictures is him on the beach, you know, or doing or doing
food.
right, or some food, and you know, and this guy was getting paid for this. So tell us some of the highlights of your first contract on board, you know, and what was a memorable moment you had. You know,
And not to blow
transition.
his head up. Not that this is gonna be my first one. Not to blow his head up right now, but I think my first biggest experience and best experience was me and Q on the ship. As soon as I got on the ship, like he was definitely like the helping hand. When I say the helping hand, he was there. Definitely a great time with that guy on the ship. I call him my brother now. And he done showed me so many skills. So like, yeah, it's done got a little crazy out here just off of him. Secondly, I would say cruising as a guest was not as much fun as being a part of the staff. Cruising as a guest, you get your basic, you know, busted, sauced up nights. 9 times out of 10, you don't know what day it is or what time it is. Which we know ship time is different from land time. They can change ship time when they get ready.
Wait, hold up. I'm a, you know, when I come home, you know, I'm always like, people like, what day it is? Like, it's C day 1. On the ship, we don't have no days. We don't have no days. Is it C day 1 or is it port day 1? Hey, man, you got this test on what day? Port day 1. What the hell is port day 1?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's Grand Turk. Oh, so I got to take this test on Grand Turk Day. All right, is that Wednesday or no? Port day 1. So go back to the time working on board.
So you know you don't know you never really know what time it is. So if you have like an iPhone, it switches over to wherever you're at that time. So like you can set your clock wrong plenty of times, and you know. But you definitely stay up on ship time. I know Carnival, we have this app that I would check all the time just to see what time it was, just to make sure I was on. But other than that, yes, I think working as a crew member was better than being a guest, just because you get all the behind the scenes stuff. And I didn't think from what everybody was saying, I didn't think I was gonna like it at first. But I'm one of them people that I make the most out of everything. And I actually had countless positive encounters on my ship from, you know, my cruise director, Simon London. He was like one of the best people ever on my ship. My fun squad was definitely a great team. I even met best friends, like our brothers and sisters from all across the world that I still talk to today that I never thought that I would have friends in these areas.
Right.
And I know my favorite event had to been like either Yahtzee or it had to been, I want to say, I like bingo. I never was a bingo host, but I was a money runner for, a lot. And I think bingo gives you a lot of time to play. And I'm one of those people who like to have fun. But Yahtzee was definitely I never played Yahtzee in my life until I touched the ship. Never played it. And Yahtzee is like so much fun, especially when you make it very competitive. But that's that. I mean, those are my like top right off the top of the head.
Right.
Things that I kind of liked or came out plus about a ship. With like that time thing, like I said, we worked every day and we didn't get like days off, but we got time off. So that time off was a plus too, because then you have time to, get out there and, figure out like ways around the ship. And the first thing Q taught me on the ship, which is a good story, he was like, the only way you're gonna find out your way around this ship is that you get lost. I get lost. I got lost. I ended up all the way. I still have no idea how I got where I was at, but I was in the back of the ship where all the refrigerators and stuff were, and nobody was down there. And at the time, I didn't know how to ask how to get back to my room, besides just saying, hey, look, how do I get back to my room? Never thought that question that I asked was very like unrealistic for somebody to answer, knowing that I've only been on ship for a week. And ain't nobody tell me where my room is at, but I'm lost and I want to know how to get back to my room.
I'm gonna tell you, my first time on board, people know it's like a freshman, you know what I'm saying? People know you're new to the ship. And people be trying to point you in the wrong direction. And when you get up to that point, you become that guy pointing people in the wrong direction. So don't say that you have not told the new person signing on that the aft is the front of the ship. Hey, where's the aft at? If you go all the way up to the very front, you're at the aft section. You know what I'm saying? So, we all been down that road. A lot of people always want to know, like, what was the biggest struggle, challenge, coming from land to sea, especially most of us got, experience DJing on land. And as a host DJ, you are on board, you're opening the club, you're the guy who people's going to see, and you're going to make the night for somebody like me. What was one of the biggest challenges as the host DJ opening up, transitioning from land to sea? Mos Precious, what was the big, you got a lot of experience working with artists, but what was one of your biggest challenges when you got on board a ship for the first time as opening up as the host DJ?
Not being able to play what I'm used to playing. Everything's clean. Having a strict playlist. Using Carnival's MacBook instead of what I brought. When I first came, I came with everything. I came with my DJ board and my own Mac or PC at that time. But that's the difference. It's just you're not free. You're not open formatted. I wouldn't say limited, but they give you a strict playlist, and you have to follow it. And certain events have certain songs you can play, and certain events you're not allowed to play other ones. So just having the strictness of what can be played, when it can be played, how it can be played. Right. Just not having freedom, to be honest, with what you as a DJ. It's not a bad thing. It helps you become more open formatted and helps you mold your true skills. Because if you from land being able to play however you want, work your club however you want, then you go to another club and has strictness, it really helps you conform to a new ideal of being a DJ and help you open yourself up to more challenges. I can honestly say I've learned a lot DJing with the limited.
Right. I think that was the big thing for me coming from Ohio and getting on my first ship I trained on was out of Miami for 2 weeks. And then I went to Texas for 3 months. And, it was a different location with different music, different type of people. And I always use as an example, Spanish music don't transcend. It's like East Coast versus West Coast. I'm in Texas. And they didn't want to hear no reggaeton. They want to hear cumbia, and they wanted to hear banda. They want You know, the Texas ship was different than the Miami ship, and it was different from the New Orleans ship. And then when I finally made out to California, that was completely different from all the ships. So, you know, I looked at it as something, it was one of those things that it was a training experience. I call it DJ boot camp, because stuff that I would play in Ohio would not ever work in Miami. And the same way stuff I play in Miami would never work in Texas. So Q, coming from the islands, you know, you worked in resorts, you know, the people, you know, what was one of your biggest struggles transition from land to sea being an open format DJ? Because if y'all know Q, this man is going to be the next Red Bull 3-style champion. Y'all got to go follow him on Instagram, Cutmaster Q, and all his videos is from the ship.
Teaching me.
And he just dropped a new track.
Yep.
I don't know where he get this Wi-Fi from to upload these videos, but
Yeah, so for me, oh man, there's so many factors which really gave me a blockbuster. That's what I'm gonna call it. When I got on ships, like the music, I was stuck in the island vibe of playing more of soca, reggae, dancehall, every single day live music being played. And I didn't know anything about Motowns. I didn't know anything about 70s, 80s, any of those things. And as a host DJ, they're like, hey, all right, cool. It's 70s night. I'm like, there was music on that time? Like, I was just like lost, man. I was just like, people were just like, yo, this is from the 80s. This is not from the 70s. And I'm like, I don't know what it is, man. I really don't. I had to go back. There were set crates like prepared, but I don't know what works, what doesn't. And I don't want to just throw it out in the blank space like that. So I sat down the next day. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's check the fun times. Let's see what I got to play in this nightclub tonight. Make sure that I'm ready. And I was not, because it was Latin night. And I was just like, okay, great. This is just great. Like, so
I'm trying to find a nightclub. I'm trying to find a nightclub video. There you go. Q. Did we lose Q?
All right, now
there you go. He's back. He's back.
Here, my Wi-Fi just got me breakdancing, you know.
So,
But
you know, I'm trying, you know, the thing is like, you know, like you said, you know, the transition from you used to the soca and then going to 70s and 80s, you know, because on board, a lot of people don't realize, you know, a lot of people watching may have never been on a cruise ship before. And we are basically 7 clubs in one. You know, one night it may be 70s, another night may be 80s, another night may be Caribbean, another night may be Latin, another night I did a journey cruise. We had ballroom dancing and we had a love hour, and we had romantic hour, you know, so you are appealing to the age group on board. And what a lot of people was like, well, you guys do this. Well, I'll tell you this, we have ages from 6 months to 106 on board, and we got to appeal to all these people. You know, let's see, I'll show you, I'm gonna pull up this video from like a sail away party, right? Let me see if I can share this screen. Yeah, here we go. So this is like sail away right here. So people can probably see this on their end. So you see, this is a sail away party, and you see all the different age groups out there. I don't know if you guys can see this on your screen, but this is a holiday cruise. So it's families on board. So how many people, you know, work these holiday cruises? And what was some of your biggest struggle doing? Like, that's a Christmas cruise. Like, we work Christmas. Who was on board for Christmas and Thanksgiving? Right, exactly. So like, tell us about your experience of working a Christmas cruise versus a spring break cruise. Brandon, look at it. Like,
well, okay, so I haven't actually
clean about the spring break cruise.
I didn't get the spring break cruise. I was actually supposed to be back on a ship around that time, but we know how that happened. But my Christmas cruise, I didn't know I was gonna have Christmas so many times that month. I literally the first week of Christmas, we had Christmas. The second week of Christmas, we had Christmas. The third week of Christmas, we had Christmas. And
wait, hold up. When did Christmas start? Christmas started when?
Christmas started the 1st of December. For ships. We was wearing reindeer antlers and jingle bells and singing Christmas carols on the first day, December 1st. We were singing Christmas carols and all of the above. Christmas was literally the whole month.
It was like Groundhog Day. It just kept repeating every debark and embark. It was Christmas. Like, oh,
yes. So I mean, I didn't think I was gonna have Christmas so many times. And also the same thing as I was up there for Halloween as well. Halloween was every week. You had everybody dressed up in costumes. At least somebody was dressed in a costume every night. The whole month of October. But I mean, I guess that's the fun of it. By the time the actual holiday gets there, you're just like,
oh yeah, Halloween.
You did this already. Like, I'm over. You know how some people get tired of Christmas music.
I'm trying to find Halloween on board because people don't realize what Halloween looks like on a cruise ship.
It is a great time and a wild time. And also, I just want to piggyback on what them guys were saying. My downfall was basically not being so up to date as I normally am. Being on land, when they drop a song, you get it the day they drop it. Being on a ship, you might get that Joker mic 2, maybe a month later. And I mean, like, then you so behind. You got people, asking for songs that are out on land, and I haven't even heard the song myself, like, because I've been stuck on a ship, or when we dock and like when we was Fort Lauderdale, I get out and try to download as many songs as possible just so I could be in tune with what's going on land, even though I know that we was definitely like super restricted on the things that we could play on the ship. But just in case when we did go get those updates, it won't like I was ignorant to the songs that I needed to play, that we got new. So as soon as we got updates, it was like, yeah, we already know these songs and we know we need to put them. I think me and Q had a conversation about the Chris Brown Heat song. Heat was out for so long and we was trying to get it, and by the time we got it, it was just like, oh yeah, it's in rotation. We dropping it every time we get a chance in the club. Like, and I mean, we were so ready for that. I mean, but yeah, that was just one of mine. But definitely, that Wi-Fi is crazy.
That Wi-Fi. So I'm gonna add on to some of the people don't realize, like, the thing with the music. The DJ program is bigger than us. It's we're working for, we're all still, maybe we here. A multi-billion-dollar company, which they are responsible for paying for these songs that we play. So it ain't just like we can just go throw these songs on. We get people come on board like, hey man, can you play this song? Can you play this song? And and the thing is, if we're playing a song and we haven't got approved for it, and we playing somebody's track, and they're like, how'd you get my track? Somebody want to get paid, right? And that's kind of what you run into on board. And then the other thing is that you're in the middle of the ocean. People like, man, you can't just stream this on Spotify and YouTube. No, I say, can you send a text message? Can you send a text message? Can you stream it on your phone? You gonna pay that $50 package? You pay for the package, and I think about it. How that sound? So it's one of them things that people don't understand, like where we at on some of these things. But honestly, how much new stuff did you really play on board? I mean, like, when stuff dropped, like, was it right in rotation in the club? Like, oh yeah, everybody want to hear it. Was you playing stuff a month, 2, 3? Because my guests on board were 30 and over. They didn't want to hear Megan Thee Stallion every night. You know, they want to hear 90s 2000, you know, like, oh, we want to hear some 90s 2000 tracks.
Q.
You know,
In our
Q,
club at that night, trust and believe, we would get City Girls, a request for City Girls almost every night.
Yeah, just add to that, man. Like, yo, I would pray, like, if I were to do an entire set, not for the week, but a night without playing City Girls, Megan Thee Stallion, Blueface, all the babies, the baby, little baby. If I made it through the night without playing one of these tracks, man, it's a blessed night. Like straight up.
Yeah.
Because you hear, you know, I had an instant. People's like, you guys play the same stuff every night. I'm like, you come request the same stuff every night. Usually on day 2 or 3, you know what the people want to hear when they walk up to the booth. Like you make bets. I used to make bets with my host DJ. Like, I know what he want to hear. I know what she want to hear. And it get to the point I used to wait till that person came to the club before I played a song. That why I wouldn't play it twice. Just because I know this person, this is gonna be their turn up song for the whole week, including Brandon. I knew when he walked in the club when we was cruising what he wanted to hear and what his turn up song was. Yeah, look, that's why he quiet now. Look, see?
Hey,
See?
no lie. No lie. I ain't bother you. I just wanted your job, sir.
Right. And you got it. You got it. You know, so you know, this is you know, so I got some questions coming through about the silent disco. Did any of y'all ever do the silent party? I did. Did anybody ever do silent party on board?
I missed it. Like it rolled out on Breeze right before I left, like right after I left.
Yeah,
that's when you guys did it. Like I missed it. I wanted to do it so bad. I missed it.
I did it like once. That was interesting.
Oh, all right. So look, I'm about to find a video for silent party. Right. This is let me find a video. This is so silent party, silent disco, silent party, silent events. This is silent party, right? The video that you see right now on the screen, that's what it sounds like in the club, besides everybody singing all the wrong words. See? so look, this is everybody singing the song, right? And nobody know the words, So the thing with when we wrote our silent party, it put the host DJ and the DJ in a booth at the same time all night long. So that was cool because it was like red versus blue versus green. So what me and my host DJ came up with, we recorded our sets through the week, and I dumped it to the third computer and played it back for our silent party on the green channel. And we'll see if we can out DJ ourselves, because we knew what was playing on the green channel, right? So Q, tell me about the silent party. That was one of the questions in the chat. Tell us about the silent party.
Well, at first, when I got into the club, you have to, for the headphones, it's not just something where you walk in and grab a headphone. So we need to keep the numbers, everything, to make sure that it's not damaged. You know, have to sign it off. It was an experience getting in there. Now, my host DJ and I, we were playing, and it was just crazy. So we decided we're gonna try something out. He played the cha-cha slide. I played, I believe it was the Cupid Shuffle, just to see what would happen. And it was, like driving the car in a one-way street and you're not on the right lane.
Oh no! Hey, you know, look! I think I got a video from me and Fox doing that on one of the ships. Hold on, I'm gonna find the video. It was like a train wreck, man. Like because people was like, what they listening to? What they listen to? And like you had everybody's in the middle of the club at the same time, and I was like, all right, this is what we're about to do. You throw the wobble on, and I'm gonna throw the cha-cha on, or we're vice versa, right? And then one night I was like, all right, we're gonna throw the wobble at the same time and see who listened to what. And it was ironic, because that was the first time I ever did a silent disco. It'd been around in my area for a while, but nothing as major as what you got 100, 200 people, doing this. And we had the most feedback from the silent party than any other night in the club because people loved it. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully they bring it back and we'll see what happens.
I think silent discos are cool. We just call them silent headphones party. I never did them on the ship, so I don't know if it's actually different, but I have done 3 on land. And the company Full Circle that I'm under also here, we actually do them for universities. And it's just like a battle, basically, but we do them with like 4 DJs. So it kind of, I wanted that same attitude, go straight to like ships, but I mean, trust and believe, silent discos are a competition because you just basically want everybody to be on your channel, and you don't want to see the other DJ color.
Well, the worst color is when we have people on the green channel, and it was our previous mix from the night before playing, and you see all these people going to the green channel like, oh, then we listen like, what did we play last night that they jamming out to? Like, oh, hold up, you know what I'm saying? But it was, it was cool, a cool experience for myself, the host DJ, and the guests, because everybody got to see both of us in the same booth at the same time. And then, it was like a competition, like who can get the most people on a channel without playing the Cupid or the wobble or the cha-cha, so.
And how many times do we play that a week?
Oh, man, don't get
Don't answer.
So people, I had people like, man, you guys just play line dances on the ship all day. I say, it's only about 6 line dances. Then we still got 8 hours of entertainment to fill up. Tell me something that you did to get people up besides the line dancing. I'm gonna throw a line dancing video on. So Brandon, tell me about your line dance experience and everything else. I know you didn't play no line dances before you got on the ship.
So basically, okay, so I knew the basic line dances when I got on the ship. Basically, cha-cha slide, your wobble, your Cupid shuffle, your electric slide, the simple stuff, But then you have to realize, like, maybe you need to do a little bit more. So you get out there and you put on like, I think, what would we play, Q? We'll play what is it called? Don't Stop the Rock, Don't Stop the Party or something like that. Okay, so that right there, we would make a circle on the floor. We would start Soul Train lines instead, and that would take up a enormous amount of time for a Soul Train line. But we also learned like same old 2-step. Like you had the stuff out there to, what was another one that we did, Q? We did same old 2-step. What was the country track we did, bruh?
What about Copperhead Road? Did you do Copperhead Road?
Oh yeah, Copperhead Road.
Texas.
Yes.
Copperhead Road and Footloose in Texas. Country line dancer. I never seen like real country line dance until I worked in Texas. And I mean, it was different seeing people in a bikini and boots out there doing Copperhead Road in the middle of the day.
And see, like I know Simon, he had done like doing like some of the slides, he would change the moves up to what the slides were. Like we would do like the Soldier Boy one, or we had like the Beyonce moves in another one. Like you just got to try to do as many things as you can, as long as I look at it like this, as long as you got the energy and the people like your energy, they're gonna do that slide. They're gonna come out there and want to join you, regardless how many times you play that slide. They're coming.
They coming.
Yeah, you can play the chop like we used to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna make them tired tonight, and we're gonna play all the slides right
in a row,
right,
all in a row,
and we going right out there with them to do them. So they can't be like, yeah, no, we don't want, nah, we doing it, y'all gonna do it too. So, then they just all be like out of breath. You get the old people that's just like, yeah, nah, stand back and look, but
right.
You play them slides like almost 2 or 3 times a day. If you catch us on a good one, but I mean, it is what it is. Those are definitely Lido Deck jams. People definitely want to see them joints. So, those are the slides.
so with the slides, you know, it was what I ran into was like different slides for different parts of the country because everybody had their own version to the same song. You know, people like, oh, we're gonna remix it up. And you got them 10 people that know it, and then the other 250 people who don't know it. And those 10 people throwing everybody off, right? Throwing everybody off. And then you get the people who want to learn it, and then they throwing everybody off. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold up. Bring it back.
Like Copperhead Road definitely got a bunch of versions.
Copperhead Road, you know, if people don't know about that, look it up. Copperhead Road, Texas. It worked in Texas. It don't work in Miami.
It worked in Orlando. It worked in Orlando, maybe.
It sure hell don't work in Miami, bro. I tell you that one. You know, but Footloose. What was another one down in Texas? Big country line dance. You know, people was into it. Was that?
Cotton Eye Joe.
Yeah,
Cotton Eye Joe,
definitely. Cotton Eye Joe is everywhere. You know, so you know, close to our hour that we was going to do on here. You know, what's something that you can throw out there? You know, what was one of your best experience, best memories on board? You know, so far. You know, you're still young in the company. You know, from hosting bingo events to sitting there at the cruise director. I don't care if it was you washing your clothes in the crew laundry. What was one of your favorite things on board, you know, that make you want to go back? You know, everybody before we got on was like, how much we miss being on the ship right now. You know, what's one of the things you miss? Most Precious, what's one of the things you miss on board the ship right now?
The people from all, like just the interaction, the socializing with people from all over the world, traveling, seeing the world, being on the go, like not being on the go is driving me up a wall. Like you're not, like on the ship, you're always moving. So coming back home and not being able to be as active, it plays with your psyche a lot. Just being able, like constantly DJing 7 days a week, like that. I mean, even though it gets tiring when you do it so repetitive, but now that I'm not doing it, I'm like, man, I want to get back to hosting and doing them trivias, the ones I like and I don't like, and things that I never really enjoyed completely, I miss. So just that whole ship life, let's call it ship life. I miss
ship life.
Minus the drama.
Ship life. Minus the drama. The drama, you don't get the drama in any workplace. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I want the ship life minus any drama. But yeah.
You get the drama in the cubicle on the 55th floor of a building. You're gonna have that. So Q, you just when you get home, you just got off the ship. What, you was out at sea for 70 days?
Yeah. To be honest, for me, like what I really miss about cruise ships is just bonding with the staff and meeting new guests every single week, getting challenged with the music, just being on top of the game because I produce music and I do routines. And if somebody throws a new song at me, I'm always willing to find a way to change the tone or just something to keep my mind going. And for me, like the best I would say overall is
oh, we losing them. Go
going
back,
crazy,
go back.
bro. I swear to God. Like,
we losing you. Go back. What'd you just say? You got that island internet connection. You got that 1G. He got that 1G.
so yeah, what I really missed was actually having like fun with my host DJ. Shout out to B-owtt. Just going out there and just creating a vibe instead of waiting for it. Because many times I'd head up to the Lido deck. I'll be having a set at probably 3 o'clock. People would look at me at, hey, you got a set at 3. What are you doing here at 3? I'm like, I ain't got nothing to do. So where you from? Just like socializing with people, you know?
Right. Well, you know, I mean, that was like one of my biggest things that I love to talk to people. I love meeting people. I like to, you know, from crew members to guests, it was always nice to hear people's backstories. You know, I miss the crew on board because, I mean, you got people from all over the world. And when they know you're the new DJ, what's the first thing they ask you when you get on board?
Music.
Hey, new music. So I'm like, hey, we can trade. we can trade these hard drives off, you know. And I did I was talking about this last time. I did a Bollywood versus Hollywood wedding, and you know, the bride was kind of eerie on hiring me. You know, her review she left me. They had a ball. Her review, she left me. She said, I was very, you know, worried about hiring an American DJ, but DJ A-roc did a great job. And at the end, she was like, how do you know all this music? I say, all the security guards.
Security.
Yes. Yeah.
How you know all this Indian music and all this Bollywood music? Say all the security guards.
And they're gonna take care of you too.
Yep, and because all of them want the most gangster music, and then they like, hey man, I'm like, why you in requesting this most gangster music? And then they like, I'm like, what you got? Let me see what you got in your hard drive. So, you know, so Brandon, what was one of the biggest things, like, you know, it's cool because, you know, your story is like a lot of people, because, you know, you cruised before you even looked at this, and while you was on board, you started talking to me about working, you know. So what was one of your biggest memories, you know, as a crew member on board?
My biggest memory. Okay, all right. You want a memory? All right.
Well, I mean, what was your best experience? Give me one of your best experiences.
My best experience is the dance battles. The dance battles were always great. The rivalry between me and Q was crazy. We would call each other out over the microphone, and you know, when you get called out, you just can't, you know, with Carnival, you just can't slide off to the side and be like, you know. So when you get called out, you got to step up to the plate. And if you know Q, he's full of energy.
Doing flips. I seen this video doing flips on the Lido deck.
Yeah, so you know, every time we have a dance battle, I will always try to outdo Q, which was no way impossible, but I'm fat, so I get 10 extra points off rip. So I get 10 points.
Know what? You in good shape because you passed your wellness test.
Yeah, you're right.
You're healthy.
I would try my best to find a new move every time, so that when he busts that backflip, I'm gonna hit something different. You know, either I'm gonna come at you with a split, which the first time I did try to split on him, I hurt myself. I ain't tell nobody. Man. I got up, and I don't think they even knew. But when I walked back to my cabin, I was in a little bit of pain. But I was like, I succeeded my split. It worked. I got a good little, you know, applause for it. Everybody laughed and good about it. But I felt it afterwards. But you know, I got in the gym. I started stretching, getting out my good stuff. You know, so then I was just hitting them when I needed to. You know, but that's like one of the best things that I like. My best experience on the ship was our dance battles would be crazy.
What you got for your memory? Because I mean, you know, I'm telling people, you got to go look at this man's Instagram. Go to. I'm gonna have everybody give out their Instagram info. Go look at his Instagram. I'm sitting there on the ship. I'm on the ship, jealous, and him on the ship.
So here's my memory right here. My memory comes from like 4 days probably in. Like before I left, my grandmother cooked an amazing meal. It was a very good meal. I wasn't really too hungry or nothing when I got on the ship. So, you know, I really didn't dabble in the food like I should have. So I got in there and in the crew mess.
Oh, that's a whole nother story.
Yes, in the crew mess. Here's my memory right here. This set it off for me. Everything that they had labeled, I didn't know what it said.
Nobody do.
And so I got the one little tab and it was like pollo something. But guess what? I knew pollo was chicken. So like I'm just like, okay, all right. And you know they got rice up there every day. So I got some rice. The chicken was all sauced up. So I was like, yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's gravy, but at least I know it's chicken. Put it on the plate. And I go put the tray down. And I go get something to drink. By the time I come back, the juice has soaked into the rice. And on top of my rice was a chicken foot.
Oh, man.
And I about lost it. Called my mama and said I can't do it. It's not for me. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. I'm hungry. I done lost my appetite for the whole time because the chicken foot was just like, I don't know if y'all ever seen a chicken foot, but they look like the crypt keeper's hands. And I'm just like, how did they do this to me? Like, how would they? But out of the ship, on our ship, it was only like 23 Americans that worked on the Carnival Magic. And, you know, I had to
hold up. Hey, Brandon, wait, 23 Americans out of how many crew members on board?
1,340 something, I think it was.
And 23.
23 Americans. I should have stuck with a hot dog and a hamburger. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be like everybody else. But I mean, that's like one of my greatest stories, greatest memories, because that day, you guys, I thought Carnival was gonna lose me because I didn't know what I was gonna eat. But I adjusted. I did. I figured out how to do this whole eating thing. I actually took what you were saying when you told me about, you know, how much you was, you know, doing CrossFit and in the gym and everything like that. So I stayed in the gym very heavily. And I would have like a lot of snacks in my room, like nuts and granola bars and, you know, meal replacements and stuff like that. So, shoot, I only ate like downstairs. I probably didn't go down there no more. Really towards like once I figured it all out, I probably didn't go down there no more. I had like my night times when I go up Toledo and eat up there at 7 o'clock. But I mean, even at that, like I really wasn't out no more. 9 times out of 10, you'll catch me in the gym, or if not, I'll be in my free time. I'll be trying to find this guy and keep up with him.
Yeah, a lot of people, one thing that I really love and miss, and this is something that we don't talk about it. People see it, but we got a few minutes. Tell me about your free time off the ship. Let me hear your favorite time off the ship. I mean, because Brandon was always posting pictures from Half Moon Cay. Like he was, it'd be the middle of winter and he on the beach like,
that's my spot. Half Moon Cay, my spot.
Half Moon Cay. So a lot of people, say, man, you guys work, y'all work. Yeah, we work, And for me, I work nights. My thing was nighttime. I close the club 2-3 o'clock in the morning, but I'm still up at 8 o'clock, especially if it's a port I want to be off on. What was one of your favorite ports? This is one of the perks of the job that we didn't talk about much on the last call, but the free time we do have, it may not be a lot because, honestly, we work in 8 to 12 hours per day, 7 days a week, debark, embark, sail away, nightclub, bingo. They
Cupid shuffle, wobble wobble.
Trivia party.
Right? Wake up, do it again. So talk about day off. What was the day? Well, all right. You didn't really get a full day off unless you got team member of the month, right? What was a day off for you, like Mos Precious? What was a day off? Like just a port day. What was a good day off?
Well, you asked what was the favorite port as well.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard when you like all of them. They all have their own perks. But I am a lover of St. Lucia. Like DJ Q first know this. Atomic should know this. I love St. Lucia. Like damn near half my friends on cruise ships are from St. Lucia, which is fucking hilarious. So I love St. Lucia. Days like mine, if we'll have like certain ships, depending on if you do gangway. So days I didn't have gangway, of course I didn't have to do gangway. I woke up early, got off first allowed time, browsed, took some videos, took some pictures. In St. Juan, I will always go to the coffee shop, Starbucks, to get Wi-Fi to download music.
The Wi-Fi.
Yeah, to make phone calls. But on ports that don't have good Wi-Fi, like Princess Cay, Grand Turk, Half Moon Cay, or Key, either or. I I would just we DJ'd on those, so it's more like getting off the ship, taking in the scenery, DJ, maybe take a drink under the limit, and go back on the ship. The shuttles were the shuttle. What was the tender? No, water shuttles was a long process. So places like Belize, they're called water shuttles. We can't call them tenders anymore.
Oh yeah, they change them. They change them every week. Right.
So places like Belize, you don't really get off because you got to take a tender or water shuttle to get there. But my bottom line, day to day, when I'm able to get off, is just go out and browse, take pictures, use Wi-Fi, because when you're on the ship, you breathe the same oxygen. So whenever you have a chance to get off, I'll get off and just go as far away as possible, just to breathe in and get some relaxation and mental peace. That's what my days are like.
I was trying to find some pictures. I'm trying to find some pictures from Half Moon. Thought I had some Half Moon pictures on here, you know, because I love Half Moon. That was one of my favorite, to be DJing in a pirate ship with the ship sitting out the sea. That's like every DJ that ever worked on Carnival. That is like the ultimate picture. It's like required. You got to have at least one Half Moon picture with you holding the ship like this. You gotta have you gotta be out there trying to hold up now. You got your whole DJ like, all right, is the picture in frame? Is the ship cool? Take it, bam. You know, that was one of those things, man. Q, what was one of your favorite ports, favorite time off? I know you always cutting it up in the cabins and everything else. You know, what was some of your favorite time off?
I'll definitely say Aruba.
Aruba, yeah.
Because I got a good haircut and good food.
I got videos of all these places. I'm trying to find them. I took a tour of Aruba and I'm trying to find this video of Aruba. Aruba was nice because it was there for like 10 hours. Did you get the 10-hour stop in Aruba? Most ports is like, yeah, you got 6 hours. Aruba, 10 hours. You can go back on, eat dinner and go back.
Oh, we had something crazier than that. My homeboy and I, we rented like some, what was it? Some ATVs.
Doom buggies. I think it was ATVs. I forgot what they were. I think they were doom buggies. I don't know.
And we went places.
Where is that? He got that same.
And we went places. Man. We got lost.
You got lost.
Yeah, we got lost in Aruba. But I mean, that was like we went to this place where, you know, they had a natural pool, a natural pond. Like they had the fish that eat your feet. I mean, not eat your feet, but you know, they eat I
had to think, what?
Don't take that excursion. Don't take the fish eating excursion. They're gonna eat your feet.
Yeah, they're not eat your feet, but they was eating stuff off your feet, the dead skin and stuff like that. They had the caves and stuff like that. And really, Q is like one of the reasons why I got off the ship, because at first I wasn't getting off the ship. At the gangway, or if it was my day off, I'm getting up, going straight to the gym, and I'm getting ready to spend like 2-3 hours in the gym, and then I'm going to sleep until the rest of the day. It was time to start, and I'm ready to go out there and pass a smile to another person, you know. So I think Aruba was definitely one of my favorite spots. I wanted to say our overnight in Bermuda.
Bermuda?
Yeah.
I never been there. I'm jealous. I never been to Bermuda.
Yeah.
Never been to Bermuda. Super jealous.
Amazing. I had a video that we ended up getting the house, the Fun Squad, our whole entertainment department ended up getting an Airbnb in Bermuda, and right outside of it was like a private little beach or like a little something. I don't know what it was, but you can literally just go across the street, jump in the water. And I think that was like I realized then that, you know, I'm out here living life. Like, I'm getting paid really to just make people happy, and I get to do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? I get to come out here and just jump in water. Like, I never thought that I'd wake up and be like, yeah, I'm gonna just go put my feet in salt water, and just come back and go to work, you know?
You had some fish, eat your feet.
You know, go back to work today, like everything's just normally just done like on a regular thing. But yeah, like it's one of the best things that ever happened in my life. Another place was Puerto Rico, San Juan. I signed on in San Juan, and like every time I got to San Juan, I had US Wi-Fi, I had service. I ain't had to buy nothing. I could just turn my phone on and all my text messages, bling, 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 come through. San Juan was definitely my favorite. I had this little lounge that I always went there and you know, had my fun little cigar lounge, and that's, you know, just sat back and kicked until it was time to get back on the ship. But like, definitely top was Aruba. Aruba was definitely my top spot.
Yeah, it's so much. It's like so much that people just don't realize that's going on board the ship. From guess I was like, do you guys get off the ship? Do you got to work all day? I'm like, I may beat you off the ship in the morning when you talking. I'm going to bed. And I already got my clothes sitting there waiting. So as soon as I hear, gangway open, I'm sitting there waiting like, all right, no drill today. Guess who's going out on the beach? And I avoided the beach. I just go take a picture and then go do something else. Yeah, I'm at the beach. All right, I'm going to do something else. Because I used to hit up the shore excursions. Yeah. So one of my best times, like I had two things. So the shore excursion guys was real cool. They always wanted, to get crew members out to do stuff. So they had a new excursion in Bahamas. Man, I can't think of this place. It's gonna pop my head. But Carnival wasn't going there. Royal was going, but Carnival wasn't going there. It's like, we're gonna send you guys out to check out this excursion. VIP excursion. Only 12 of y'all get to go. Well, only 8 of us showed up. So it was like for a dolphin swim. They had segways. We got to see some sea lions and some other things. So there's like, well, you guys get 5 hours here. Let's go. So I got to swim with dolphins for $0. To the fact that the dolphin was trying to push me around the pool, but I couldn't float long enough for the dolphin to push me around the pool, right? Right. Everybody else got pushed around the pool on the dolphin except for me. The lady was like, this ain't gonna happen. She was like, you just got no fat in your leg for your legs to stay. I'm literally laying on the board, and the dolphin's like looking at me like, come on, man, we want to do this. He got mad at me. And then we go and I got the chance to see a sea lion. It was like, all right, who's gonna go first? So everybody pushed me up front. I'm sitting there at the sea lion, and the sea lion's behind you, and the trainer's talking to the sea lion with a whistle, and it's all right. Give him a kiss on the head. So the sea lion comes up, kisses me on the head, and then gives me a hug. I'm like, that was worth the contract right there. I cannot beat this. But the last, I got a video of the last one. So my last contract on the Breeze, my dude worked at the shore excursion desk. So he used to hit me up and say, hey, you want to take an excursion? I'm like, where we going? He's like, oh, Carnival got this new Screaming Eagle boat. So it's a twister boat. So the guys seriously take you around about 50 miles an hour and then jerk you around. So this is me on this twister boat, and this is all crew members. The video, we're all in the boat, is myself and guest services and Shorex on this twister boat, and I think it was in St. Thomas. Do y'all ever get to the point you forget what port you at?
Yep, all the time. All the time.
But it was one of them things, like I would have never done this, in my entire life, but the fact that I'm out here getting paid to do this, and the only thing I got to do is go back and get the party going, it's like, what a dream come true, you know what I'm saying? And you really have to move the equipment. I'm a mobile DJ. I'm used to breaking stuff up and everything else. And, on the ship is all there, set up Lido, you tear it down, go put in the locker, keep on going. So, anybody, we wrapping up, give us some words, man. Tell me, if someone want to be you right now, somebody want to be the host DJ or DJ on the ship, what be some words of encouragement, some knowledge that can help them get on the ship? You know what I'm saying? Like music, education, weight, diet, health. What's something, that you would tell a crew member? Kirby, what you got, man?
All right, I'm gonna try to keep it short because my Wi-Fi got me breakdancing. All right.
Man, this dude, he on the ship Wi-Fi in St. Lucia. Look, he's still breakdancing. He's still breakdancing.
So, like, try your best to just be professional. You never know who you're gonna meet out there. If you want to head out for cruise ships, give it a shot. You never know. It's an opportunity that I could do it. You could do it. I wouldn't say anyone could do it, but have the mindset of saying, you know what, I want to be better than I was yesterday. Like, always give yourself that opportunity to be better than you were. And straight up, kind and friendly to everyone. You never know who's gonna help you out. You never know who's gonna need you if you're gonna need somebody. And straight up, try to make friends, not enemies. It's very hard to do so, but just treat everyone equally. Like, that's just what you got to do. Music wise, try your best in your free time. Dig for the music. Just ask questions. Hit up other DJs in groups or back home. Just ask questions. Don't be afraid to do something. Try something. And biggest thing for cruise ships, follow the guidelines. There are certain stuff that you can play places and you can't play other places. Don't get caught up in that moment and be like, they want to party and we're gonna make it happen. You just gotta understand the thin line between the family oriented and club.
All right. Mos Precious, what's some good words of encouragement for somebody interested in this? What can you tell them?
First, I want to laugh. He just came back and his eyes were like I just came back. It was funny. Like, I don't know why you see him in this corner over here, but he came back like, did I do that? Like, it was funny. That was dope. But me, I always say network. Network is how I got on the cruise ship. Network, ask questions. You never know who's gonna be there to help you. Be open to challenge. Be receptive to criticism. Be ready to take an adventure that you never dreamed of. A lot of people, like, I didn't ever see myself working on cruise ships, and here I am loving it. Took the bull, took the bull by his horns, or took the whatever just ran with it. I drove the train. So my best advice is just always be professional, same as Q. Always be professional, be ready to network, open, ask questions, expand yourself, like learn different languages so you communicate better. Open up. Challenge.
Challenge accepted. So Brandon, what you got? I'm picking on you because it's just ironic that I met you while I was working. You were cruising, and then you was like, "Hey man, I want to do this." I'm like, "All right." You know how many people I meet every week say, "Yeah man, I can do this job. I want to do this job." I give my card. I say, "Hit me up. I'm a stand-up guy. Hey man, I'm interested in DJing. All right, follow up with me. I'll tell you what you need. What's the do's and don'ts off camera. Just let's chat." This man hit me up, and so here we are, a year later. And what's funny was that we docked in Grand Turk. So I don't know if anybody ever been to Grand Turk, but the ships dock so close, you can basically, yell across the ship at the person on what was on deck. Was on deck 14 yelling, or deck 12 yelling across the ship last time. And I even seen Kirby. I was talking to Kirby long distance. I mean, we literally yelling across from the Breeze to the Magic, and he's on the Magic yelling, "This is the man who got me the job on board." Like, in the middle of the day, this guy right here, this is the man. So tell us, tell us something that you recommend somebody who's in your situation, somebody who maybe, after all this is done, tourism's going to kick back in and the party's going to kick back up, So what's something that people, will be interested in? What's some good motivational words?
What I would say is just be ready to shift your paradigm, because like, if you're a DJ and you coming in, you might be coming from a club, you might be coming from, just backyard, something like that, and you don't really think that you're getting ready to step into a room with every single type of nationality in it, every race, and you got to be prepared for all that genre of music, and you want to be able to mix it up into everything. So I would definitely say music knowledge is definitely key. At the same time, being a host DJ, you got to be prepared. You got to be prepared for everything that you're going to say, right down to your intro. You know what I'm saying? My name is DJ B-owtt, all the way from North Carolina. Just in case y'all wondering what I'm saying, I don't speak English. I speak Carolinian, okay? All right, just in case y'all don't understand me. That's what it is. You just got to be ready to, put a smile on somebody's face. When I signed the contract, I knew that I was coming to have fun, and that is what you will want to always keep in mind. When you step out, you're going out to have fun. If you really are into it, then it won't be a job. It'll all be fun. It'll all just be another day in life. You're getting up to go basically have fun in front of everybody and try to make them, pull them into having a great vacation. But I would definitely say if you're going to do it, you definitely want to get up on some kind of fitness, because it is running up and down a lot. You got to figure out ways to get around your ship and the ways to get to places on time. I mean, you can't always walk from deck 3 to deck 5 and walk straight through and think that you're going to get there in 5 minutes, because in that amount of time somebody's going to stop you and want to know about you or talk to you. So you're going to always want to know how to get around your ship. Definitely.
I don't think people understand that, though. I don't think, like, if people never been on the ship, they don't realize that this thing is 15, 16 stories tall. What's the ship? 3,000 feet. I don't know. I got to look up the tonnage and all the other stuff. But there are 6,000 people on board this one location, and you're trying to get to, from aft to midship in 2 minutes, like, oh, where you at? Oh, well, oh, no, the elevators. Who getting on the elevators? They ain't having
ain't no elevators here.
It's how many elevators on board, and how many of us actually waited for the elevators? You're sitting there like,
well, unless you're taking the back ways through the crew elevators. That's the thing.
That's true.
Elevators.
That's true.
Yeah. So I mean,
the secret elevators, the secret doors on the cruise ship. All the doors that say crew.
People are definitely like how you drive and you're driving and you on your way to work, but you get stopped by every stoplight. Yeah, on your way to work, even though you're on the ship, you're not driving. The people are your stoplight. People are going to stop and ask you, hey, you're the guy that did karaoke. You did a real good job. Or, hey, I got a question about how do I do this and that and that. Or when the next time you're playing Yahtzee, or when the next time you're doing Carnival Tower, or where can I, find this at, or, tonight, can you play this song for me? And that's gonna happen.
Like your shirt. Top 10 of all that in your shirt.
Like you can get a request for the nightclub at almost 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? But either way, if this is what you want to do, it's easy. Just go to carnivalentertainment.com. Look at the descriptions of the jobs they have up there. It's definitely a lot. I mean, the first thing is just know that it's definitely not land. It's nothing like being on land.
No, definitely not. Well, not last week, week before, I had a couple DJs on the series. So we're doing a 5-part series, and this is something, because a lot of people always want to know what it's like working on the ship. I can give them perspective, but it's nice to give a different perspective. So last show we had a DJ from Princess, DJ Positive P from Princess. He done Crystal Cruise. We're gonna have him next week, and then I got a few other DJs from a couple other cruise lines from Royal that's gonna be here next week. and I'm working on some DJs from Disney. So we're gonna see what the perspective is like, because I heard Disney is a whole nother animal versus versus Carnival. So we're gonna hope to get these guys on one of these chats soon. But one thing I like to tell people who's interested in working on ships in general, not just Carnival, be prepared for anything. You never know who is stepping on that ship. Now we get the secret weapon of having, stuff sent to us weeks in advance of who's going to be on board, when, age group, and everything else. But you just never know. You got 4,600 people, and on most of the ships, you're going to at least get 100 to 200 people in that club. Especially on first elegant night, it's going to be packed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ladies' night, you got guys in there going to be on. It's one of those things that I always tell people. I call it DJ boot camp. That's how I sum up working on a cruise ship. People are like, oh man, you was playing line dances. Like, yeah, dog, I was playing Afro beats before it hit the mainstream. And then for me, I never did any soca, so I had to learn soca on the ship. I had to learn, reggae besides Sean Paul and Shaggy. All the Latin music, like not just like Pitbull Latin, but like, salsa and what's the one we all love to hate? Elvis Crespo, right?
Mark Anthony, I got you.
Right. Can you play some bachata? Oh man, it's peak time bachata. How about throw some bachata? It's juvenile time right now. I can't throw bachata in with back that ass up. I can't do it, but I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try it. But it's one of those things that a lot of people don't understand of what we do, and the life, So when I get close to the end, I'm trying to do 5 of these, 5, maybe 6, and we're gonna talk about. We just gonna go in on eating in the crew mess. We can do 30 minutes we can do 30 minutes about eating in the crew mess, because people don't realize how much is around the ship that they don't see, right? It's a whole nother world that people don't understand. We had some CrossFitters on the ship, and they was like, man, the gym don't have this. What you guys doing? They saw me with a CrossFit shirt. I was like, I'm hitting the free weights every day. They're like, free weights where? Like the crew gym. They're like, what? Crew gym? It's another gym? Like, yeah, they got free weights. It's like, where is that at? Like, oh, you can't go. Sorry. You need to have a crew ID. You need a VIP pass. Sorry. Go back up to the guest gym. But it's one of those things that people always ask these questions. No questions in the chat room. What's this? What's the best way to get a song request played in the club? So this is my dude who is he's a heavy cruiser. I think he may have cruised more than all of us. What's the best way to get a song played in the club? Kirby, look, he's saying.
Okay, first off,
this is a non-tip position.
So hold on. If it fits and I could throw it in, I'm gonna get it to play. But sometimes I gotta transition to that song request. Like you may ask me for something like Thomas Rhett, and we're doing like a 90s. That is gonna really kill me. So I gotta transition to get it to play. Or I could just do the left turn and just throw it in there, and people gonna look at me like, "What?" I'll be like, "It's okay."
So, all right, host DJ. Now you guys are running theme hours, and I know people are coming in on Motown. Like, can you play Juvenile or Trippie Redd or the most gangster song out? Can you play City Girls on Motown hour? So can somebody?
First of all, you said Trippie Redd. When I've never got a request.
I'm in a college town. I get the college age stuff. So
I like Trippie.
So all right. So somebody come in at Motown and say, I want to hear Megan Thee Stallion. Brandon, what you got for him?
Yeah. So after these next 30 minutes, I got you. That's about it.
That's about it.
Next 30 minutes, I got you. Just give me we got an hour of this. You know what I'm saying? And then right after that, I promise I got you. That's about all I got for you. But I gotta follow this. I gotta follow this first hour right here as this thing, And as soon as that, it does, I just be like, it says right out there on the side. I was like, you check the fun times, we gonna get to it. Best believe
Check the fun time. Look at that. He's throwing the fun. Check the fun time.
It's Motown hour right now. Just an hour. Just hold tight for me, and I got you. You know what I'm saying? Hold tight for me, and I got you.
So what about Motown hour in? You still going in? What's the best way somebody can get a song from you?
Best way somebody can get a song from me. Patience is virtue. I'm just saying, like, you just gotta be patient, man. Like if it's 50 people on the floor of Motown right now, and like 2 people out there waiting for juvenile back that thing up. I need them 50 over them 2. You know what I'm saying? Like I need them 50. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they drinking, buying drinks to this Motown hour. Yeah, we might have to go a little farther because I need to make sure my people at the bar is making some money over there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if they enjoy Motown now, we might just got to go a little bit longer. But I at least try to reassure them that, trust me, I'm gonna play your Meg Thee Stallion. I'm gonna play your hands on your knees, bend your back low. Whatever you need, I'm gonna make sure you're gonna be able to do it. Okay, just give me a little time. Let me get these people zoned out, so I can switch over to that for you. But
man, look, I used to be on the mic with my whole DJ, and we'd be going in, and like the Breeze always had a good variety of ages on there, so you never knew who was gonna walk in. But I've been on mic, like people come up like, "Can you play the City Girls? Can you play?" I'm like, "Ratchet hour don't start till 1 o'clock, man. 1 a.m. 1 a.m. I'm sorry they didn't print in the fun times tonight, but Ratchet hour is at 1 a.m. Just be patient with me, and Ratchet hour will happen. It's coming. Just wait. I can't keep it ratchet right after Motown. Just let me work my way up to that.
I mean, you got people
Ratchet hour.
You got people that might just come to the club just for one song.
Yeah,
one song. They come to hear that one song, and they want to hear that song as soon as they walk in, and they want to hear the whole song. So I mean, you just gotta have patience when it comes to requesting songs, especially on the scale of what we're doing. We're not just catering to like, one set group. We want everybody to have as much fun as possible at the same time, and try not to like be so set in one area, and basically hear the same stuff each and every night.
Trying to switch it up.
Yeah, you got to just be patient. That's it. I mean, we'll take your request. I mean, shoot, we didn't even have people like get mad at us and go down to guest services and
man,
and be like, yeah, they didn't play my song, but the time that you was at guest services, mad is the time that it got played. And if you want me to pull up this history, you know what I'm saying? We played it. You just was at guest services at the time.
Waiting.
You know what I'm saying? All you had to do is just be patient. Like you said, some songs just don't transition right into, you know what I'm saying? And we can't lose our flow and our energy and height, you know what I'm saying, for what we got going on, just to, mix that suavemente, right after, what I'm saying, Suge from the baby. You feel me? So
yeah.
They just don't, they just don't match together.
Suave. Suave. Yeah.
I got a question for you, A-roc. What is your favorite ship that you've been on in your 5 years with Carnival?
The Breeze. I love the Breeze. I like the small ships because the small ships are definitely party ships. The 3 and 4 days, guaranteed the club is gonna be bumping every night. I mean, it's just a free fall from day one to the last night. It's a lot of single people on board. I mean, they going in from start to finish. Now on the 7-day, people kind of stretch the fun out, but you get, you able to stretch the music out. On the 4-day, you stuck rolling the same tracks everybody want to hear because they like, hey, this is my Friday 4 days in a row. I'm coming to get turned up every night. But the breeze, I love the Breeze. not the fact that it has cages inside of it, you know, that adds to the aspect of the ship. It's the one. And look, Brandon have been on the breeze. They got cages in the club. Yeah,
Cages like
Man, I've
It's
seen
cages.
lap dances. I've seen people pole
Right.
dance on it.
right. So it's 2 cages inside the club on the breeze. Now it's a couple of the ships that have some of the older guys, especially the Australian ships, have the Frankenstein Club, which I think has 2 floors. It's a couple of them that got 2 floors in the club. But I just like the breeze. I like the fact that it actually has a club. You know, the Vista, the Pano, and the Horizon Sunshine don't have a club. And Sunshine, the Comedy Club, doubled as the nightclub, and then the main lounge was a club, which didn't last late because people was complaining about the noise. So that was always an early night if we was in the main lounge. You know, guest service calling me like, can you turn the bass down? Like, no. So, you know, it's one of those things. But I enjoyed the breeze a lot. You know, the breeze was a good time. You know, hope to get back on there again. But I always tell people, like, you know, this is one of those jobs that you don't look at as a job, right? You're like, hey, well, what you gotta do today? Let's see. I'm gonna go to the gym. I may wash some clothes. I'm gonna go DJ on Lido trying to get sunburnt. I'm gonna sneak down and get McGuy's burger real quick before I start my Lido. And if I don't get a burger, I'm gonna try to get me a sandwich after. So I'm a DJ by the pool for about 3 hours, host Harry Chess, watch some kids do some cannonballs in the pool. Right? This is my day, right? I'm gonna go back to my room. I may watch a little Cartoon Network, and then I'm gonna get ready for Elegant Night. Go do trivia, and then go to the nightclub and go get some pizza. And then the next morning I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna go to the beach, and then do it all over again.
All right, sounds about right.
And they're like, "Oh, did I put sunblock on today?" In the middle of December, you know, it's December, like. I need my sunblock on. It's looking pretty hot outside. Did anybody ever sit in a cabin and turn on the front view to check the weather? Check the TV for the weather?
Yes.
Is it windy up there? Let me look. It's pretty windy. I might take my jacket with me out on Lido deck today.
Or look at Lido deck to see if it's rainy, so you can say, "Hey, I can't DJ because it's too wet."
Right. Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Or Serenity nights. Oh my God.
Or Serenity nights.
Nice.
Oh man, do we want to go there? So real quick, you know, once again, a lot of people don't know what we do on board. They've never been on the ship. You know, we're offering 7 different nightclubs in one location on a floating ship. And I tell you, one of the biggest struggles you have is that request may not keep people in a club. It may run people out of the club. But when people leave the club, they usually gone because their room is only 1 floor down or 2 floors down. They ain't like, oh yeah, I paid my 20. I'm staying here all night. I'm about to drink. Nah, it's like, he played the Cupid. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? He played my wobble. He played my line dance. I'm out. I'm going to my room. I'm getting up. You know, it's an early port day tomorrow, you know, and that's what people don't get. You got to try to keep these people in the club as late as possible. You know, like you want to offer them entertainment because truly you don't want to go back to your room at 1 o'clock because you're sitting there like, it's an early night. What I'm going to do now? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stay in you know, because I use this practice, you know, it's like, all right, you know, what can I mix? Did you ever get to a track and you're like, you know what? I'm going to try something off the wall and see what happens. And just kind of wait for it. I don't know. Did you just fall out your chair?
Ooh.
She on a moving ship, dog. She on a moving ship.
Who fell out with you?
You just disappeared.
Man overboard.
Oh, bravo, man overboard.
Man overboard. One joke you
777.
don't do is say man overboard. It's just one thing you don't do.
One thing you don't do.
Yeah. So look, man, you know, it's a lot. a lot to talk about, but we're gonna get back on this call. Next week we're gonna do some more people. Positive P is in the chat room on Twitch. He said he worked for Disney, so we're gonna get him on next week to talk about Disney. Hopefully, we can get T-Coy back on and talk about Royal and some of these other guys. I got DJ Brickhouse coming on, DJ Monopoly. He works for Royal, and DJ Electra, who used to work for Carnival. Yeah, I don't think y'all ever met her. She was finishing up when I started. So, hey, anybody, right now, tell everybody about your social media. Throw your social media out there. Brandon, they can see all your pictures on the beach. What's your social media?
So yeah, you can. It's real big. You see it right here. All you gotta do is put an ad and take this out. But yeah, and it's also in the little corner at DJ B-owtt. That is me, DJ B-owtt. You can actually just Google that, type that in wherever, and I'll pop up. It's only one of me. Don't nobody else spell it like that. Don't nobody else have the name. So yeah, DJ B-owtt. That's me.
There you go. All right, Mos Precious. She got like 5 social medias because she got 20 jobs. What's the best way to find you?
Just my regular one, DJ Mos Precious, no T. That's
All
that.
right.
Just everywhere, DJ Mos Precious.
All right.
Simple.
All right. DJ
I'm not
Q.
saying all of them.
All right, there you go. Q, how can we find you and your Red Bull 3 style videos of you cutting it up?
It's 758 with the numerals 758 St. Lucia's code DJ CUE. You could check it out on the website. You'll find all my work on there.
All right. And for me, I'm very easy to find. DJ A-roc, A-roc Entertainment, DJ A-roc Ohio, anything DJ A-R-O-C. You can probably find me on all those social networks. On Twitch, we're going to be replaying this on Twitch, and we're going to try to do it again next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Always got to say the Eastern Standard Time because we got DJs from all over the world. We don't know who's going to zoom into this. Kirby's in St. Lucia. Mos Precious, you in Missouri right now? And Brandon, where you at?
I'm in North Carolina.
Raise up. And I'm in Ohio. So once again, thank you all. The time has flown by, but thank you all for your time. For everybody else, we appreciate you all tuning in, and peace out. Thank you. Say bye.
Bye.
Why look like I just flipped you off?